Hey y'all, it's your girl Missniecytv, and I'm here to do a review for Zatima Season 2, Episode 14. The episode picks up exactly where it left off, and Angela's calling Fatima to let her know that Zach left and to tell her what he said. Fatima truly wanted to know, but then she was like, never mind, I don't want to know. Angela then tells her that Zach said he's not giving up, and that Fatima's his. Fatima's like, I knew that already. I bet you did, because you know Zach is crazy about you. Paul returns to the table after being in the bathroom, and Fatima's like, you didn't notice that? Paul's like, what? All those ladies staring at you. Paul is like, they don't want nothing from me as soon as they hear I'm a contractor. Fatima's like, well, there's a lot of nice women in Atlanta. Paul's like, yeah, but they all want you for your money. Fatima's like, really? Paul's like, yeah, I have some stories. Fatima's like, well, let me hear them. Paul's like, I don't think you want to hear them right now. Fatima's like, why? He's like, because your body's here and your mind's here, but your eyes aren't here. She's like, so you're Dr. Reading me. He's like, well, I did learn a few things. Fatima's like, well, I'm not teaching you my tricks because I learned a few things as well. Paul's like, touche. Then they get up to go to the open mic night. Back at Angela's house, Angela calls Bryce over, and they're talking about how the whole swinging thing really upset Angela, and how she thinks that Bryce should go to therapy for swinging, because they end up talking about how Zach's in therapy, and Angela suggests that Bryce should go. And Bryce is like, why? There's nothing wrong with me. I like what I like. And during my time of intimacy, I like a little touch from a man. I'm not attracted to men, though. And Angela's like, you don't see nothing wrong with that? Bryce is like, no. They end up talking about that some more. And how Bryce notices that Angela misses him. But Angela's like, we can't be together. Bryce is like, I know you stated that plenty of times before. They end up talking about how Bryce and Zach should be cool and cordial since he's in therapy now. Bryce says, okay, but I can't force him to do anything he doesn't want to do. Then we see Zach outside his old neighborhood, and Connie's standing there, and he walks up to Connie. Connie's like, what are you doing here? Zach's like, I came to look at you. Connie's like, see, you playing. I can get naked right now. Zach is like, nah, I'm playing for real. But I do need you to take a ride with me. Connie's like, I'd rather be riding on you, not with you. But let me go upstairs and change my clothes. She's like, you could come if you want. Zach is like, nah, I'm good. I'll stay down here. Connie's like, you could come if you want. Then we see Paul and Fatima at open mic night, and Paul's like, I really enjoyed myself the last time I was here. Fatima's like, I did too. Paul's like, and that was also the first time I heard you sing. I didn't know you could do that. Fatima's like, I don't do it often. Paul's like, why? She said, I don't know, but when I was younger, I wanted to be a singer. Paul's like, oh, really? Paul's like, why didn't you pursue that? She's like, the music business. Paul's like, it's really that bad? She's like, yeah. That's when Belinda walks up. She's like, hey, girl, you doing open mic night again? Fatima's like, no, and don't call me up there either. Turns to Paul, and she's like, you must be Zach's replacement. She's like, Fatima, I see you, girl. Fatima said, don't do that. Then Belinda turns to Paul and be like, this is my girl, and I did some foul stuff trying to push up on her man. And Paul's like, you shouldn't have did that. But I'm not trying to ruin y'all night. And I'm not going to be the one that ruins y'all night. Paul's like, who's going to be the one that ruins our night then? Then Belinda looks over to Zach, because Zach pulls up out of nowhere. And if looks could kill, boy, Fatima and Paul will both be dead. Zach walks over to the table. He's like staring at Fatima, and Belinda's like, hey, Zach. Hey, Zach. Zach doesn't say nothing or do nothing. Fatima's like, Zach, I'm on a date right now. Zach is like, are you? Fatima's like, yeah. So Zach takes it upon himself and sits down. And boy, this is when the shenanigans start. Zach proceeds to say, does he make you laugh like I do? Fatima's like, actually, he does. Zach is like, really? Fatima's like, I just met him, but he's off to a great start. Zach is like, keep that in mind that you just met. Fatima's like, we have great conversations and he has an advantage over you. Zach is like, what advantage? She's like, he did the work. Zach is like, so now that I'm doing the work now, it don't mean nothing. Fatima's like, huh. Zach is like, I know you miss me. Fatima's like, really, Zach? Zach is like, I know you miss the way I hold you, the way I touch you. And, because he can't hold you like I can. Fatima's like, how you know that? This is when Zach says the smoothest line, and I would have folded right here. He said, my body is custom made for you. He doesn't fit. Baby, there would have been oceans under that table. I would have said, bye, Paul. And went on to Zach. Because Zach proceeds to say, she doesn't like to be licked on her neck. She likes to be licked from her knees up to her thighs, inside her thighs. I'm like, baby, Zachary, Fatima, give this man anything he wants. Because, baby, the way he's showing out, I would have folded. I would have been right into the cows. Come on, babe. But then he's like, you need some hood. You need some gutted. This you doing right now, this ain't you. You want that hood love. You want that street love. And that's what I am. I want to take you home and make love to you. I want the rain to trap us in the house. And then when I wake up, I want you to be on my chest and me playing in your hair. Baby, Zachary. That's all I can say. Because, Zach, you want me swinging from the chandeliers? Because I'm willing to. But nah, in all seriousness, Fatima's like, all this you saying, you think that's going to make me leave with you? Zach is like, yeah. Fatima's like, it won't. Then Zach proceeds to take himself up to the stage and start singing. But before he sings, he says, I love this girl and I love her very much and I did some things wrong. And she thinks I slept with a woman and I didn't. So that's why Connie was going on the ride with Zach. So he can tell Fatima that he didn't sleep with Connie and Connie can prove it too. But Connie goes all extra and overboard, talking about something. You got that thing and I want it and I won't stop until you give it to me. Zach is like, Connie, stop. This is not the time or the place. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add the fact that Zach said he would leave the door unlocked for Fatima. Zach's vocals are terrible, but I understand he's pouring his heart out to his woman. He sings Nobody Knows. And I'm like, Zach, you better sing it, but baby, I was dying laughing at them vocals. Tony and Nathan are there, and Zach walks back over to Nathan, and Nathan's like, how'd it go? What'd you say? Zach says, I said what needed to be said. And I'm like, yeah, Zach, you better say. He's like, you don't find what she doing disrespectful? I can take him out to the parking lot and show him something. Nathan's like, you really love that B, right? Zach is like, don't call her out her name no more, and I'm not telling you again, because if you do, I'm taking you out to the parking lot. Because Nathan agrees to take Paul out to the parking lot too. And Nathan's like, know your limits and your laws. Then that's when Zach calls Belinda over. He's like, I'm gonna ask you this one time and one time only, and don't lie. Did you and Nathan create that fake profile for Fatima? Belinda's like, no, and why would you ask me that? Then Nathan slips up and says, well, she showed it to me when I got to her house. Belinda looks like, why did you tell this nigga that? Nathan's like, so you did do it. Belinda's like, no, I didn't. Tony's like, it's written all over her face. Of course she did. Then Belinda can't take the heat no more. Angela finally makes it to the open mic night, and Zach tells her that Belinda was the one that made the fake profile for Fatima. And Angela's like, no, she didn't. She wouldn't do that. And Tony and Nathan are co-signing like, yes, she did. So Angela takes it upon herself to go ask Belinda. And Belinda's like, why would you ask me that? You know I wouldn't do that. There's a lot of drama going on here. You know I wouldn't do that. Angela's like, B, don't lie. Belinda's like, I'm not lying. But I don't think Angela believes. Back at Angela's house, it looks like Paul and Fatima about to get down to business, but Fatima's not into it because she's thinking about Zach. But out of nowhere, saxophones start playing and we see Fatima walking into Zach's bedroom, taking off her dress, but she leaves her heels on. And baby, when I say these two are going to pound town, they're gonna win my rounds. But do you think that was a dream or do you think it was real? And do you think Zach will wake up the next morning and Fatima will be gone? Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications. Bye.